I only had one child. If on that day I could have put myself in his place, I would not have hesitated for a single second. I would have sacrificed my life for his. No doubt about it.
My name is Corentin. I'm 8 years old. This is my story. I live alone with my mum and dad. My dad spends most of his time in front of the television. He falls asleep watching rubbish whilst my mum does the ironing. Me, I watch my own television, my fish. They're my friends. My mum knew that I could never eat fish. All my life, I've never eaten fish. The fish make me dream. Even when I'm doing my homework, I love to do things with my mum. I love learning. It means I get to travel even when I don't leave my own chair. My mum says the most beautiful trips can be made in your head. I certainly know how to do that. I also love it when we cook together. Vegetables from the garden. Mum makes good soups for me with them. I've planted all sorts of things in our little vegetable patch. My dad often comes home late. I don't really understand what he does. He changes jobs the whole time. My dad is big, really big, but he has a prickly side to him, and I don't like that. Like a cactus. And I shouldn't say it, but he smells bad. Not like my mum, she smells sweet and good. My parents argue all the time. They don't agree on anything. And often they don't even seem to notice that I'm there. When I look at the photos in the lounge, they seemed happy. The photo on the side is me. I'm playing basketball. I'm crazy about basketball. And about my idol, Tony Parker. When I go to sleep, I always check that there's not any monsters under my bed. And then I hear my parents talking and talking. Mostly the booming voice of my dad. It feels like the walls are shaking. Eventually, I try to get to sleep looking at my ceiling. It's my cinema. In my heart, I feel so sad. One day my dad left home. He went to live somewhere else. My mum was sad. I hate it when my mum cries. Every so often, I went to his new house. He brought me lots of presents, things that I didn't need. And suddenly, I don't know why, but he didn't want me to play basketball anymore. He wanted me to do judo. Why? I hate judo. At school, I love to do jobs and help others. I'm the best at tying shoelaces, so I do it for half the class. It doesn't bother me. And then, don't laugh, but I'm in love with all my teachers, and I think they like me too. At the evenings and weekends, I spent some time at my dad's, and then time at my mum's, and so on and so on. A real traveller's life. That's my life. I ask myself a lot of questions. Why all of this? Is it my fault? I would have liked to have had a brother or sister to share all this with. Perhaps my brother is a bird that often sits on my windowsill. He looks at me and sometimes I really get the feeling that he wants me to say something. It keeps running around in my mind. I know my dad wanted to have me to stay with him more often, but the judge wouldn't allow it. That made my dad so angry. My mum is frightened of him. One day in April, my dad took me for a walk. It was a bit strange. The For once, I was happy to be spending some time with him. We drove and drove. He was nervous. He called my mum several times. He didn't want me to hear, because he told my mum he was going to kill me. My mum called the police straight away. We went off again on the motorway. I looked out at the trees. I didn't know where we were going, but I didn't care about it. I didn't have any idea that all the police in Belgium were searching for us. My dad took me to a place that I didn't know, but he made another call from the car, getting more and more angry. My mum was told, and she was on her way too. We stopped at a restaurant. We played. It was nice. He was kinder, and I enjoyed this moment where we laughed together. I hadn't had many times like that. We ate loads, a real feast. My dad clowned around. The waitress thought he was weird. Just then, he caught sight of the police at the window. I didn't understand why he suddenly changed. He told me to write something. I didn't understand, but I did it anyway. And then he said we would go and see the rocks. He seemed really stressed out. I didn't understand why. The police didn't see us leave by the back door. We crossed a small wood, and I started to feel really frightened, even if I didn't really know what I was afraid of. We saw the police coming after us, so we sped up even more. As we were running, I wondered if it was really my dad, or some sort of monster. Arriving at the top of the cliff, my dad threw me off the edge. I floated in mid-air for minutes, for hours, and then I hit the ground, but I wasn't quite dead. My dad came down on me. The police cried out for him to stop. He picked up a big rock and finished me off.
That day, an invisible hand ripped my heart. I searched for a meaning. I read the Quran, I read the Bible, but I didn't find it there. I don't know where you are. Maybe you're in the trees, in the stones, in the light. I sense your presence, and I am strong when I feel you in me. It's your breath in my mouth. It's your smile on my lips. Your footsteps in my steps. I am strong in your unconditional love, yet sometimes I struggle. But I promised you I would stay alive.